This part begins. And the system says to Ning Tian, as the host has shocked everyone in sight, the level of faith cultivation has been improved, and faith energy has been stored. When your faith energy reaches its full capacity, it can be used as a means of attack. Faith energy absorption +1, faith energy absorption +2. Current faith energy storage, 30/100. And seeing the system notification, Ning Tian is thinking, that's great. Not only does it counter aura, but it can also store faith energy and turn it into an attack. Then the Great Elder says to Ning Tian, Patriarch, you have finally awakened. We're all so worried about you. And the second elder says, yes indeed, a strong person of the immortal emperor realm was killed by the Patriarch with a single move. Patriarch, you are truly amazing. And Lu Wuqing has taken out some treasures, seeing which the Great Elder gets shocked and he says, Empress, aren't these the immortal weapons taken from those four? The Wind Dragon Spear, a low-grade immortal weapon that emerges like a dragon with immeasurable power. The Black Tortoise Shield, a low-grade immortal weapon, as black as ink and indestructible. The Red Sky Sword, a middle-grade immortal weapon, red like a blazing flame. Then Lu Wuqing says to Ning Tian helped immensely with the annihilation of the four sections. The heavenly demonic sect doesn't treat its disciples poorly. So please choose one of these three. And Ning Tian is thinking, all three? No, with my current strength, I can't control all three of these weapons. The Red Sky Sword, a middle-grade immortal weapon, red like a blazing flame. Then Ning Tian grabs the sword and he says, then, I choose the Red Sky. With this deep aura, it's indeed an extraordinary weapon. And Ning Tian starts making a blood contract with the Red Sky using his blood. And the Red Sky immediately recognizes Ning Tian as his master. And Ning Tian is saying, he is worthy of being the Patriarch. The blazing flame aura is so strong. And a lot more starts coming out from inside the sword, seeing which everyone gets very shocked. And those people are saying, what a powerful reaction. Who would have guessed that the Patriarch's sword intent would be so great? But Ning Tian feels something strange and says, weird, the aura suddenly weakened? It became like an ordinary spiritual weapon's aura. Then Lu Wuqing tells Ning Tian, Red Sky has that specific trait. Its grade changes together with its master's strength. And Ning Tian says, so the master's strength is what determines its grade? And Lu Wuqing further says, yes. The stronger you become, the stronger it will become with you. The weaker you are, the weaker it will become. Everything depends on your strength. And Ning Tian says to Lu Wuqing, thank you, dear wife. At the same time Ning Tian is thinking, as long as I continue to improve, there is no limit to it. Red Sky will eventually become an immortal weapon stronger than any other immortal weapon. And Lu Wuqing says, Ning Tian, I have something to ask you. That day, your great emperor's strike, where did it come from? I know that it's not possible to summon the emperor's shadow by just relying on your physics. And after listening to Lu Wuqing, Ning Tian is thinking, above the immortal emperor realm, there are even stronger people, and this heavenly spirit domain is simply one of the 3 heavens and 9 realms. Even if I can trust Luo Wujing right now, the system is involved in this as well. Even if one less person knows about it, that will lessen the danger for me. Then Ning Tian said to Lu Wuqing, I don't wish to lie, but right now. And after listening to Ning Tian, Lu Wuqing says, forget it, since you won't wish to tell me, then don't. Shortly put, the treasures you must not hide be exposed. Remember, there's always someone greater and stronger. And Ning Tian becomes happy after listening to Lu Wuqing, and then he says, thank you for being so considerate, dear wife. Don't worry, I will tell you if I have the chance in the future. It's just that I don't know when that will be. And then someone says, reporting to the Empress, Yaoqi's saint is asking for an audience. And Lu Wuqing says, please ask her to wait for me in the main hall. I will be there right away. After this the scene shifts and Yaoqi's saint is saying to Lu Wuqing, Your Majesty the Empress, by order of the Queen Mother of the West, I am here to borrow the heavenly mirror of your sect. And Lu Wuqing says to Yaoqi's saint, the heavenly mirror is a precious treasure of our heavenly demonic sect. Why does the saint needs to borrow it? And Yaoqi's saint says, forgive me, Empress. This involves a secret of our Jiaoqi's holy land, so I can't tell you. However, by the Queen Mother's order, if your sect is willing to lend us the mirror, we are willing to provide you with a Yaoqi immortal elixir. And Lu Wuqing gets a little surprised after listening to Yaoqi's saint's words and she says, "A Yaoqi immortal elixir? That's unexpected. Yaoqi's holy land is even willing to take out their elixir in order to borrow the heavenly mirror. In the holy land of Yaoqi, there is a unique immortal dew lotus. It takes 10 years for one flower be formed, and it's full of spiritual energy. It can even allow someone at the peak of the immortal emperor realm to step into the demigod realm, and that's why it's called the Yaoqi immortal elixir." Then Yaoqi's saint says, "I wonder if is the empress willing? If you can get it elixir and successfully break through, you will have a better chance of winning against the Righteous Alliance's siege." And Lu Wuqing says, "I can lend you the mirror, but you have to agree on one condition." And Yaoqi's saint is asking, "What is it?" But we are not told what Lu Wuqing said to Yaoqi's saint. After this the scene shifts. And Lu Wuqing has come to Ning Tian and Ning Tian says to Lu Wuqing, "You want me to take the mirror to Yaoqi's holy land? And the elixir can increase the probability of my breakthrough?" And Lu Wuqing says, "No matter how slim the chance is, it's worth the try. In addition, I know you've been working very hard to improve. I won't miss this chance to aid you. There's a sacred place in Yaoqi where you can improve your physique. When you take the mirror to them, mention this to the Queen Mother of the West, and she will approve." And Ning Tian is thinking, right, if it hadn't been for Luo Wujing, I might have died in someone else's hands already, even if not in the hands of that old man's soul destroyer. Only by improving my physique will I not exhaust myself in the future when using advanced techniques. And Ning Tian says to Lu Wuqing, "Thank you for your consideration. By the way, dear wife, it's said that all of Yaoqi's disciples are women. Aren't you afraid?" Then Lu Wuqing says, "No, if you do something bad, you will pay for it." And Ning Tian says, "So, you are not afraid of becoming a widow?" But Lu Wuqing says, "Of course not. Are you planning on going to the cliff to continue to cultivate? Or will you go to bed?" And as soon as Ning Tian hears Lu Wuqing's lovely words, he becomes very happy. And he quickly makes Lu Wuqing lie down on the bed. And tells him, "Of course, I'll go to bed." And Ning Tian is about to kiss Lu Wuqing. But Lu Wuqing asks Ning Tian to stop. Then she says, "You are not allowed to do that to me, I'm not ready." Then Ning Tian agrees to it. And Ning Tian hugs Lu Wuqing. And Lu Wuqing says, "But I can still sleep in your arms." Then this video ends here. If you want to see its next part, then please subscribe to my channel. So see you in another video. Till then, bye.